1 hour 40 minutes ahead. And now we are going to talk about infidelity, understanding deleterious issues in relationship. Nowadays, infidelity is a fairly common occurrence in dating relationship. The growing popularity of dating apps around the world has been affected to growing of plenty of people having a relationship rather than before. For that, it is very important for us, especially people who are in relationships now, and understanding various things that can damage in relationship. And one of them that we will discuss is infidelity. So what interests me to talk about this is because this topic is very relatable with me, especially. Obviously, I got infidelity 1 month ago, so I decided to bring up this topic into this session meeting, as well as a great moment in growing. Plenty people can have a relationship easier, along with advanced technology, particularly in the field of communication technology. I hope that each of you will be motivated and eager sharing your perspective in regard to this term. So now, let's move on to the first slide. First, what is love? Before we discuss further about infidelity, I think it's quite better for us to know and understanding firstly about the basic thing, which is love, a code that eventually can bring someone into infidelity as well. So what is love? Is there anyone here who wants to be a volunteer to define love in your own definition? Please raise your hand, and if you want to deliver a perspective by using Zoom features. Is there anyone volunteer here who want to deliver define? Okay, Mr. Teguh, the time is yours.
Well, I try to answer this philosophical question. For me, love is happy, and love is freeing you from suffer. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your perspectives. So, is there anyone who will willing or disagree or maybe support opinion of Mr. Teguh with other type of reason or argument? Probably Mr. Lauliet, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I do agree with Mr. What is his name? Last time, Mr. Teguh. Mr. Teguh, right?
Yeah, Mr. Teguh.
Yeah, I do agree with Mr. Teguh, but for this one, I just wanna add some opinions about this one. So, what is love? Love is something like when you feel comfortable, when you feel happy with someone, and you want to make something like relationship each other, and you believe each other, and you like make him your special person or him or her special person. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lauliet, for your perspective. So I think we can go next to Miss Sabrina. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Isan. Well, actually, to be frank, I'm not a master, but I'm trying to give my own opinion. Maybe for some people, there is a difficulty to see the disparity between lust and love. Before I define what the definition of love, I want to describe the lust. In my view, lust is an obsession in someone, or a sexual desire to be wanted, desired, and pleased. But lust is also really personal about yourself, how it brings several benefits for yourself only, and desire to fulfill your needs in physically or sexuality. But yeah, maybe if you are trying to craving for someone or trying to uh yeah loving for someone without any reason, or you're crazy with someone else, I think it is lust. in romantic way. And I want to describe more about the definition of love. Uh, well, yeah, it's complex for me to describe love, but in general, love is an affectionate what is it? Affectionate feeling for someone you care and you love the most. And I think there is three, what is it? Three factors, not factors. Yeah, three factor that can be defined what is love is. Maybe the first one is the sense of sacrifice. So if you are loving someone, you have to ready to reduce your self-centered and what is it, and try to sacrifice your happiness to your spouse and make a healthy relationship. And the second one is there's no selfishness. Yeah, you treat each other I mean, when you if there is no selfishness in your relationship, you have to treat each other as two people united as one. Yeah, as one. Yeah, I think it's is the second one. And the third one, what is it? There is mutual respect. I mean, for instance, uh, the spouse or people listen to each other opinions, even though there's a discrepancy of argument between you and your mate. So you have to respect each other argument or opinion. Well, in short, let's come first and love comes after lust. So the position of love is higher than lust. I think it's enough, maybe, Mr. Isan.
Okay, what a captivating speech from Mrs. Mawa. Thank you for explanation. It's very completely clear, I guess. Okay, I think we can next for the next speaker, Mrs. Yosi Amalia. The time is yours.
Okay, from my own perspective, love is a thing or maybe a feeling that connects people in a happy way or romantic way. Thank you.
Okay, what a simply definition, but I think it's almost represent all of the definition about love itself. Yeah, and then I think we can go to the next slide. So, what is love? So we spend our life crafting it, searching for it, and talking about it. Its meaning is felt more than it's clearly expressed. It's called the greatest virtue, and it's love. Romantic love evolves when one feels a sense of interdependence, attachment, and that their psychological needs are being met. And here, I think I would like to giving some of informations and data. There are three components of love. The triangular theory of love developed by psychologist Robert Sternberg. First is intimacy. Intimacy encompasses feeling of attachment, closeness, connectedness, and bondedness. And second is passion. Passion encompasses drivers connected to both limerence and sexual attractions. And the third is commitment. Commitment encompasses in the short terms the decision to remain with another, and in the long term, the shared achievements, the shared achievement and plans met with that other persons. And then also there's a term that states that love is genuine. Do you agree with that? Please using raise hand feature if you want to deliver your perspective. Love is genuine. Do you agree? Okay, I think I will count from 10.
What do you mean by being genuine? I mean, like, can it be fake or what, Mr. Risa?
So I think there are quotes from in around the world. So it says that love is genuine. Love is when you are doing and sacrifice something that you don't expect anything from other people. So love is genuine. And so do you agree with that? Or do you have another opinion about this statement?
You mean by conditional, mean unconditional?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You are still mute, Mr. Iksan.
Okay, I will count from 10. If you want to deliver this opinion, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nothing.
Mr. Iksan, you may choose one of them. It's okay if if nobody wants to speak up. Yeah, you can also choose one of them to speak up.
Okay, I think I'm gonna choose randomly. Oh, Mr. Sunshine. So the time is yours.
I just like to how to say, correlate previous slide with this slide. I mean, like when we crave for intimacy, means that love is genuine, right? I mean, like everything comes with compensation. Every actions come with a reaction. Means that there would be cause and effect in every actions that we do for the sake of love. Means that love itself still asks for something in return. So I can say that love is not genuine. A love is not unconditional. There must be something that we must pay to get the love that we want. It depends on the definitions of love itself is still might vary, depends on the persons or the people, right? But even to the extent of when somebody say that to love does not mean that you need to possess them and you need to be with them. Even when you say, even for example, like Ulta, education is free, when you admit and fully believe that your love is free, it comes with a price. Okay, whether you get something in return or not, love will eventually hurt you because it's like a rebound effect. Okay, as the deeper the love that we put, that we expect, that we pour into someone, the deeper as well the level of sadness or sorrow, the pain that we're going to earn as the time goes by. Okay, so I disagree with this question. Okay, statement. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Sunshine. What a spectacular speech from you. Okay, is there anyone want to support the opinion of Mr. Sunshine or probably disagree? Okay, Mr. Teguh, the time is yours.
Okay, I think I have to disagree with Mr. Sunshine because if you think that love always needs a kind of compensation, so I just wondering, is that really love? Because I believe love is unconditional or genuine, and if you love someone, something, or somebody, you just loving them, and you won't expect anything from them. You just express, you know, you just want the best for them. So I'm just curious about what uh, Mr. Sunshine uh, words, a statement that that is it really love that you're explaining to us? That you think that love is always cause some compensation? Because for me, love is unconditional, is genuine. Thank you.
Okay, what an interesting topic from Mr. Teguh. Okay, the next speaker, Mr. Abi, the time is yours.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. If the genuine meaning is love in the first impression without consideration on the other things. Yeah, I agree. But in my experience, it's different because I love somebody because I see the special. I see a special. So I love somebody or I love my wife because she have the good behavior, she have the good personality, and probably she is a beautiful woman. And yeah, the first action is you need to divide what is the genuine. Yeah, I think that's all. I disagree with love is just genuine and love is just in the first impression and receive all of things in our couple like that. I disagree because every love have the causes. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rabi. So I think I can conclude that we have to find out what is genuinely firstly to define it in clearly way. Okay, thank you. And the next for the next speaker, Mr. Laulet, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, mention when you mention that like the statement love is genuine, it's really complicated. It's really complicated to explain about this one. I I can say that I don't agree with Mr. Teguh or Mr. Sansan. It depends on somebody. I mean like this one. Genuine love, not everyone, not everyone in this world got love, genuine love. It depends how can you treat how you can treat your partner, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, even though you are even though you are is like uh, um, even though you are is like you have definition that love must need compensation or something like that. I actually I don't think too much about that one because it depends on somebody. When you treat someone in the good way, you will get much better. But I can say that when you but you will find or you will face bad uh, bad feedback from your partner. I don't know why, but maybe it's like cheating or something like it's really bad for us. But yeah, for love is genuine. It's really complicated. But for me, do you agree with it? Uh, I go with 50-50. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Laulet, for your speech. So you are in the middle position to agree and disagree. Thank you. Okay, is there anyone to giving any additional opinion from this statement? Okay, I think I can go to the next one. If love is genuine, why many people can get desperate because of infidelity? And because of there are some of you having some disagree with statement that love is genuine, I think you can also making some point of view why many people can get desperate because of this infidelity because of some romantic love relationship. Is there anyone to deliver your opinion about this? Okay, Mr. Teguh, the time is yours.
Well, I think when people desperate because of the infidelity, I think there's something wrong when they see, what the meaning of love is. And I think why people are so desperate is because they think love is always need some kind of compensation. They don't think that love is unconditional. They think that their partner is a property that they can own. Uh, something that they can keep. They don't treat their partner as a human being that who can who can change over time, who can uh, who can stop loving you. Well, that's the risk if you love someone. So I think the reason is we have to clear about how we see love is, and if you know and we have to aware that our partner is human beings, and sometimes we cannot fulfill their needs, and they also cannot fulfill our needs. So yeah, I think that's my point of view.
Okay, it's so interesting. So, thank you, Mr. Tagu, for explanations. So I guess it's about the expectation from the partner
Yeah,
to the other
exactly,
partners
exactly.
when
How
when
we,
the,
yeah, sorry.
it's okay when the expectation probably cannot feel fully into the right expectation, they will probably disappoint it. And when it happens, many times, and even some infidelity happen, the people can get desperate. So that's why if the love is genuine, when you're already genuine to someone without any thinking any compensation to others, probably they will not get desperate because of the love, because love is genuine, right?
I want to add something. May I?
Oh, it's okay. The
Yeah.
time
Well,
is yeah.
when your partner or your lover come to you and say that they don't love you anymore, you have to believe them, and you have to like you have to able to let it go, to let them go, and this is happen for a good reason. Believe that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tagu. Uh, but is there anyone who is willing to disagree or maybe support the opinion of Mr. Teguh, but with other types of reason or arguments? Anyone? Okay, Mr. Sunshine.
Okay, still relatable to previous slide. Since I mean, like, these questions only relevant for those who believe that love is genuine. Meanwhile, previously, I disagree with previous statement, right? I say that love is not genuine. But okay, let's make it genuine as what has been perceived by Mr. Teguh. Okay, I believe that getting desperate because of, okay, in fact, this question has been responded by the self-question itself. Okay, people can get desperate. Why people desperate? Because of infidelity. Okay. Okay, so the question answer its question by itself. Okay, but the real question is, why infidelity happens? Okay, and why people get desperate? Okay, because somehow it just divide what I said earlier. Okay, people get desperate because they still in training, I suppose, because it's a little bit hard to connect two different brain wires. Okay, because men and women are created differently. Okay, when I say A, the purpose is B. Okay, it will be perceived, it will be accepted by the girl who expect B, but wanted to be treated like C. Okay, so having the same purpose with different mechanisms upon reaching it will create a conflict, crisis. Unable to solve that crisis might develop and grow into infidelity. Okay, so to summarize that, getting desperate probably more due to the impatience, having less patience, okay, getting more emotional. Because sometimes, as what I said earlier, since love is not unconditional, okay, you need to pay the love you have for somebody with your extra patience, with your extra toleration, okay, with your extra care and attention, affection, and your time, energy, money, and everything, right? Okay, and that's why if you fail to do that, if you fail to be ready for that, then infidelity will come. Okay, because you don't have, for example, extra patience to bear with the different circumstances or characteristics of your spouse or your darling lover. Okay, so concisely, I can say that um, getting desperate, it means that you still unable to settle the divine mechanisms on loving your lovers appropriately. Okay, when you know fully, when you but fully know each other and how to treat, okay, how to communicate your feelings and emotions, I believe that getting desperate will never happen, and the infidelity will be another thing to discuss, I suppose. Thank you.
Okay, it's what spectacular speech from Mr. Sunshine. I think everything is about how we can understand each other. Like if you don't want to, I think, overcome the desperate in this infidelity or to prevent infidelity itself. Okay, so the next speaker, Mr. Abi. So the time is
Yeah,
yours.
yeah, thank you. In my perspective, every human has every human have a non-stagnant perspective, because human is every or as is dynamic things. As human being is always dynamic with with all of the situation. So when I love somebody with I have a genuine love, but when I face something wrong and when I got some mistake, more and more, probably love is will be lost. But I have the experience about how to make a good relationship. Um, I agree with quote, love is sacrifice. So I feel or I think about our sacrifice. I think about my lover. I think about my wife's sacrifice. And when I decide to get married with my love and also with her, it's also have to make a final decision, and we know about what we do. And I think we need to strengthen each other, and we need to think about our sacrifice. So our love will be strong. And yeah, of course, we will not do any mistake in consciousness. So I think this my way to care and to make a good relationship. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you guys for your perspective. Many perspective on this slide. I think it's also related to the next slide. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. After you guys talking about desperate because of infidelity, genuinely, and others, I think we have to know first. It's time for us to understanding the meaning of infidelity itself. So could you mind to define what is infidelity and cheating in romantic relationship? Is there anyone to be a volunteer right now? What is infidelity? Okay, Mr. Shopee, Mrs. Shopee, sorry, the time is yours.
Okay, Mr. Ihsan, thank you for the opportunity. Based on my perspective, I think there is some few ways to conclude someone whether they're cheating or not to their partner. Not only if they're build another relationship while they're still in their previous relationship, and I mean they haven't ended the previous one, then they begin the new one with somebody else. That doesn't always like that, but cheating also can means that you are trying to get closer emotionally while you totally understand your feeling that you have a crush on somebody else, and you try to get closer to the opposite gender other than your partner. I think that's also count as a cheating. Or maybe other boundaries you try to. I also consider cheating related to physical touch. No matter how close you are with your friends, that you have been friends with them for years, that you call them your bestie or your best friend, if you can set the boundaries, especially about the physical touch, I also consider it as a cheating. So I think there is a few ways to conclude a partner that they're cheating or not. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for Mrs. Shopee. So I just can conclude that cheating is really have a wide range, wide definition what is cheating itself, because it can be of behavior and also emotional contact with others and many things. Thank you. Okay, for the next speaker, Mr. Lauliat. Okay, the time is yours.
Okay, then chance and cheating is really different. And I think that infidelity is about. Oh, wait. I'm sorry for bothering you all. Okay, let's continue. According to me, infidelity is about the factors that in one side. I mean, like one partner or your girlfriend or your boyfriend is like avoid to you, or is like uh, keep so far from you. I mean, like he or she is looking for the way to avoid from you. Is the main point is the factors. Yeah, cheating is factor also, but it's more specifically. It's more specific. Like you the main point. What will you do? You will look for somebody else. And that's especially for cheating, but for infidelity is really general. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lauliat. I think we can go to the next speaker, Mrs. Sabrina. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Isan. Maybe I just want to define infidelity or cheating in my point of view, because I don't put myself into a relationship these days, so I have no idea actually. But I'm trying to to give my own opinion. So infidelity can be defined as man, or human who being tempted by shaitan or devil, I guess, when and to break a promise, to remain fidelity in their spouse. In short, I can simplify the definition that infidelity is what is the act of being unfaithful person to their partner or spouse. I think that's enough, Mr. Isan.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sabrina. I'm interested in what Mr. Sabrina said about they got forcing by Shaitan. uh, yeah, I assume that I think it will probably happen only work for if they're married. Like, so how about if their ages for romantic relationship that no in official relationship like the teenagers does. That I'm really interested with your statement. Thank you, Mr. Sabrina.
Okay, you're welcome.
For the next speaker, Mr. Teguh, the time is yours.
Well, thank you. Well, before that, I want to respond to our statement about shaitan or devil. Well, for me, you cannot blame shaitan or devil, just because you cheating, or doing some infidelities. As a human, we have free will. You can do that. You can avoid those kind of behavior. So, uh, I think in my views, that's why we really need make some agreement before we decided to be in romantic relationship. Uh, because from that agreement, we can define what is infidelity and what is cheating. Um, so you can say to your, you will be partner. You can say, you can decide, do you want monogamous relationship or polyamorous relationship, or is it okay if one of us go out with the ex, and so on and so forth. Well, before we make some definition about infidelity and cheating, I think we have to look back to our agreement first. So the definition will be different from couple to couple. But for me, infidelity and cheating is when you break that agreement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Teguh. What a great speech from you. Okay, I think we can go to the next speaker, Mr. Sunshine. The time is yours.
This time I do agree with what has been said by Mr. Teguh. Yeah, it depends on the agreement, depends on the contract. Okay, rules that have been made together. Okay, so I can say that infidelity is much more general compared to cheating. Cheating is like one specific treatment of being infidel or being less obedient. Okay, I mean like loyal. Okay, means that you are no longer you no longer stay honest with your partners, with your lovers. Okay, it means that uh, cheating is like one specific ways to hurt the trust given by your lover. I can say that it's more about betrayal. Okay, infidelity is betrayal, and cheating is like a form of betrayal. Okay, because at the very first time you gain the trust that you earn with so much pain before, because earning trust is not that easy, right? Okay, but because of one or two different things, yeah, usually it's due to the plateau. Okay, significant boredom, unable to figure out variables to make a relationship becomes more unique, and getting overwhelmed by a selfish emotion. I believe that, and at the same time looking for something different that they might see available in different man or woman. Okay, I think that's what triggers someone to cheat. Okay, for and probably there must be a reciprocal situation happened beforehand. For example, like being cheated stimulates you to cheat over. Okay, this also happens for some people because they are traumatized by their previous relationship. Okay, and infidelity, much more general, means that cheating is not the only way to express our loyalty towards someone. Okay, because when we are not that loyal to someone, it can be expressed by more than that. Means that we have less trust. We trust people more than what our lovers say to us. Okay, it can be more, and it can be, how to say, various. Okay, compared to cheating alone. Okay, I think that's for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sunshine. That's so captivating. But I just want to welcome so some people to joining here. I just want to inform, if you want to deliver your opinion or some statement, you can using features from Zoom for raise hand to deliver your opinion. It's free. Thank you. Okay, for the next speaker, Mr. Abi, the time is yours.
Yeah. Actually, I disagree with agreements to divine infidelity or cheating. Agreement is unnecessary because we are we are always know what the way or what the things that I mean we just need to be honest and to be fair. So in your relationship, when you think about to be honest and to be fair, you will not do the cheatings or infidelity. There's unnecessary written on the agreement, right? Because we all know about how to do infidelity and cheating, and in a relationship or romantic relationship, like on your when you have a family, when you have a wife, it is so important to be honest and to be fair each other. It's not only for men or it's not only for women, but for each other. Yeah, I think this, yeah, cheating and infidelity is all of people know about that. And you need to avoid that, and you need to do something in your consciousness. You need to do something you need to thinking about your couple or your lover when you want to do something. And honestly, to be honest, is a good way, is the best way to be a good lover, a good one in a couple. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abi. Okay, I think we can go to the next speaker, Mrs. Yosi Amalia. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. From what I know, in short, infidelity is unloyalty act to your partner or lover in a relationship. And I can say that infidelity can lead someone to do cheating. Thank you. That's all I can say.
Okay, nice explanation for Mrs. Yosi. I think that's all the definition from all of you. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, definition of cheating constitutes a wide range of behaviors, including engaging in physical activity, romantic or intimate involvements, spending with time, talking to, having romantic feeling for, and thinking about an extrinsic partner. But it is difficult to compare and draw implications from studies that include different definitions of cheating. For example, Both members of a couple may consider romantic fidelity as important for their relationship. However, both partners may possess markedly different notions about what constitutes romantic exclusively in their relationships. Thus, if one partner held hands with someone other than his or her romantic partner and didn't consider that as cheating behavior, his or her partner may still consider this a breach of exclusivity in their relationship. Therefore, in the injured partner's view, the same person who values fidelity in the relationship also committed a cheating behavior. Now, infidelity is a fairly common occurrence in dating relationships. In a recent study on college dating couples, more than half of the young adult participants reported having an emotional connection or being physically intimate with someone other than their romantic dating partner in the past 2 years. Furthermore, at another college dating sample, about a third of participants reported cheating on their romantic partner in physical and/or emotional ways. Infidelity is not only damaging to relationship health, but to the mental health for both partners. From this, I think we can make a little bit questions. Do you agree infidelity can also damage mental health for the one who do cheating? Due to the last statement, previous statements that the mental health of both partners can be damaging because of infidelity. So what do you think about this, guys? If you want to deliver your opinion or perspective, you can raise your hand by using Video Zoom. Is there any volunteer? Okay, I will count from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think I will choose one of you, Mr. Angga. Coach Chuman, do you agree infidelity can also damage mental health for the one who is cheating? Or Mr. Angga?
This is the Chinese for me.
Yeah, it's the chance for you to deliver your opinion.
Okay, let's see. I think, yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can be, especially for those who do cheating. He or she might get mental health issues, probably because he or she's stressful, and maybe they are aware that they just committed something wrong. That's why they could feel that. And additionally, maybe they see that someone they are hurting others, so they may feel bad for from doing that things. Maybe, yeah. That's all that I can share. I'll share my opinions more later when I get it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Angga. I think for the next speaker, Mrs. Yosia Amelia, the time is yours.
Okay. From my opinion, infidelity can also damage mental health for the one who do cheating. Yes, I agree, because I think there is like mental pressure or guilty feeling for the one who do cheating. So there when someone do cheating, also it can damage their mental health. Thank you.
Okay, so the mental health itself is about the feeling guilty of the one who did cheating. Interesting. The next speaker, Mrs. Sophie.
Yeah, Mr. Iksan, I also think that I would agree with the statements since when we're talking about relationship or cheating, we tend to put our self emotionally, so it will, of course, it can possibly damage our mental health too. Also, in relationship, we tend to be subjective to seeing various things, whether it is our partner or the relationship itself. So we will face things related to mental more often when it comes to relationship. Therefore, when the let's say the relationship failed, or some one of them cheated on to the other, of course it will cause the mental damage for the victim, let's say, for the other who got cheated on. It can give us a trust issue to open the relationship with our future partner. Also, it can maybe make us underestimate ourselves as a person. It gives us more insecurities. It's add more list to our insecurities, like what's wrong with myself, like am I really deserve to be cheated on, or something like that. So it will absolutely affect our mental health. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Shupi. I think it's crystal clear from you. Okay, I think for the last speaker, Mr. Teguh, the time is yours.
Okay, I think before the infidelity happens, the cheater, the mental of the cheater, the one who did cheating, it's already broken. They are in suffer, and they thought they can cure their pain by searching other source outside themselves. So, and you know, when they did that, their mental health is getting worse. And of course, I really agree with this statement. The infidelity can damage the cheater also. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Teguh. I think after that, we can go to the next slide. Effects of infidelity. Previous research indicate that both those who cheat as well as those who are cheated on experience negative effects on mental health and well-being. For example, participating in infidelity is related to shame and guilt from transgressing against one's partner, as well as a mix of excitement from being romantically involved with someone new. According to Wells, Grelier, and Harper, this combination of emotion as well as the potential end of relationship might lead those who cheat toward experiencing depressive symptoms. Furthermore, learning about a partner's infidelity typically results in negative emotionally, including jealousy and distress, which can lead to the dissolution of the relationship and subsequent mental health issues such as depression. Now, what causes of infidelity in a romantic relationship? Do you want to deliver your opinion or maybe experience or point of view about this? Raise your hand if you want to deliver your statement.
You may choose someone who hasn't spoken up yet as well, Mr. Iksan.
Okay, sure. Mr. Teguh, you are the one who raise your hand, so the time is yours.
Okay, I think you can choose other participant who haven't speaking yet. I can talk after them. How about that?
Okay, surely. Okay, I'm gonna choose Mr. Irfan. Are you there?
Okay.
Okay, could you mind?
Hey,
Could you
Mr.
mind to
Wan-
give an explanation?
Isan.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, is it quite hard for me to explain about a love of a relationship? But I try to to give my point of view that infidelity, what make it cause, I think mostly in struggling to understand each other, like that. I mean, like, because the relationship is combining two person, or to I mean, like, to personality, with a different background, and each of them wants to be understanding, and that's the most, I mean, like, that's the most cause that relationship could be destroyed, or like a trigger infidelity in a relationship. I think that's the most for me, Mr. Iksan.
Okay, thank you, Bro Irfan. So, I think I'm gonna choose someone again, one speaker again, who didn't speaking yet. I think I can choose Mrs. Spiller. So, Mrs. Spiller, could you mind to tell to us what causes infidelity in romantic relationship?
I'm not sure it's gonna be right or not because I'm, faithful person. I think maybe the sense of curiosity. I mean, like when you have a flat romance relationship and you need something to, how to say that, like arouse you, and you're gonna seek for new experience, and yeah, maybe that's some cause to make some person do cheating, something like that.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Spiller, for your explanations. Okay, so then I think I can go to Mr. Teguh again. Do you still want to deliver your opinion? Mr.
Yeah,
Teguh?
sure. Well, the reason why infidelity happen is, I think there is problem with how the couple communicate to each other, and they cannot be honest, talking about what they need, what their expectation, and yeah, and so basically they just unhappy couple, and unfortunately seeking bad resource, to spice up the relationship. When this, well, I think when the crisis happen, they should go to some professional to talk about you know their relationship, how they as a couple, how they overcome the crisis, not to seek to other people and to other source that cause infidelity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Teguh. I think we can go to the next slide. What causes of infidelity? There is two from me. First, there is lack of understanding of non-sexual and non-physical behaviors that might still be considered cheating by many individuals. Example, intimate verbal exchange, gift giving, etc. And second, without conceptualization of the full range of behaviors that may be considered cheating, we cannot explore how understudied type of cheating affect mental health and well-being. And then I have for this how to get over being cheated on. First, get some space. Take a step back to give yourself a chance to cope. And two, let yourself feel your feelings and be prepared for a lot of intense emotion. And third, don't blame yourself. This definitely isn't your fault. And four, find a way to express your emotions. It's not healthy to keep things bottled up. So from these statements, is there any volunteers who want to explain more about how to get over being cheated on from these 4 points? Is there any volunteer? Or you want to give your own experience or your own way to how to get over being cheated on? It's okay. Anyone? Okay, if there is no, I think I can go to deliver this opinion from the first. Is get some space. take a step back to give yourself a chance to cope. It's hard to work through these emotions in a healthy way if we are face to face with our partner every time we turn around. So tell our partner that we cannot pretend like everything is fine. If it's possible, arrange for one of us to stay somewhere else for at least a few days while we figure it out what we are going to do. If that's not an option, ask them to give us as much space as possible while we process what happens. For instance, if our partner doesn't have anywhere else to stay, we might ask them to sleep on the sofa or in a spare bedroom until we decided what we are going to do next. And the second one is let yourself feel your feelings. We felt a lot of intense emotions. There is no one right way to feel better after we find out we've been cheated on, right? We might feel angry and frustrated 1 minute, then sad, overwhelmed, or even go to the next. It is totally normal, and don't try to put on a brave face, acknowledge our feelings, and really sit with them so we can understand what's coming up and why. If we are feeling sad, go ahead and cry it out. If you don't feel like crying, at least take a moment to tell yourself something like, I'm feeling really hurt and betrayed because of what happened, and there is nothing wrong with me for feeling that way. And that's it. Just don't blame yourself. When you get cheated on, it's hard not to think about what you might have done to make your partner turn to someone else. The thing is, no matter what goes wrong in a relationship, your partner is the one who made the decisions, and they are the only one to blame. Even if they were unhappy about something that could have handled indifferently, your partner might even try to deflect some of the blame by saying something like, I wasn't getting enough attention from you, or we've just been arguing so much lately. While you can work on addressing those things, they still don't justify cheating. And the last is find a way to express your emotions. It's not healthy to keep things bottled up. Only you can know how you are most comfortable opening up, but a lot of people find it really helpful to talk to someone they trust, like a supportive family member, a close friend, or a therapist. If there is no one you feel like talking to, try to writing down you're going through. Journaling can be a really powerful way to help you process the different emotion you're feeling. And you might also try expressing your feelings through art, like playing a musical instrument, writing a song, or creating a painting or sculpture, and anything else. So I think that's all from me uh, to explain all the, to explain all of the definitions for this point about how to get over after being cheated on. Is there anyone to giving additional support, additional opinion about how to get over being cheated on? Okay, Mrs. Yusi Amalia, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. How to get over after being cheated on? First is stop being in a relationship for a while, and the second step is heal yourself, and the third steps is I can say you guys have to focus on yourself and upgrade yourself so you can deserve someone that you really deserve. Thank you.
Wow, what an experienced answer, I think, from Mrs. Yusi. What a great answer. What a
No,
great
I have
explanation.
zero experience about love, actually.
Okay, then, okay, is there anyone again who want to deliver your opinions or experience how to get over being cheated on? Mrs. Shirley, you wanna giving additional?
I think I would just like to ask, is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Because since the beginning of discussions, I have listened everyone's argument. Talking about love seems so easy. Like, okay, this is the do's and don'ts if you're in a relationship. It's just about the communication, and it's like telling someone that, oh, corruption is bad, but at the end of the day, many people do corruption anyway. And then other person say that, yeah, just try to find a good partner. I mean, the question is how can we find that kind guy? Because the fact when we jump into the relationship, it's not that easy, right? It's not just as simple as people saying, oh, it's all about the agreement first, it's about the contract. I mean, like, yeah, we all agreed to be in the relationship in the beginning, but in the middle of it, there's a problem that we haven't found a solution yet. So it's become bigger, wider, and then some cases might be gone worse. It can be make them, what is that, betray the partner, or they end the relationship. I think my question maybe, how does the situation change? I just want to know, like, the point, the exact point, what maybe the trigger or the reason that possible make two people who deeply in love in the beginning, and then in the middle of it, they just try to hurt each other. I think that's my question. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I just want to clarify this. So your question is how the process from the beginning, the student and the partner who falling in love and having committed to have a relationship, but in the middle at the relationship, they probably something happen, unconditionally happens, unexpected things happens, like a negative way until they cheating. Do you want a question about how the process it could be, right? Am I wrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is there anyone here to answer the question from Mrs. Shopee? What interesting questions from you, Mrs. Shopee? How the process, the two humans who falling in love in the firstly until they can change into something unpredictable happen until infidelity and affect in many ways, like mental health or any other things, like it's become bigger area that create damage in many aspects. Is there anyone volunteer who probably answer these questions or explain something? Okay, I think I'm gonna choose the one who didn't spoke up yet. How about Mr. Fabry? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Do you want me to repeat the questions, or you want to directly answer the question from Mrs. Shopee?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Mrs. Shopee asked to us how the process from the beginning of two partners having falling in love with each other and commit to having a relationship, and then in the middle of process in a relationship, one of them or both of them doing some infidelity or something unpredictable happens, undesired unpredictable happens to us, how the process it could be. Could you mind to explain to us how the process can happen?
All right, the process. I
Yeah.
don't know. The reason why I didn't raise my hand tonight because I feel like I'm a knob when it comes to love. So that's the reason. But if you are asking about the process, uh, I think that there is no words can explain how how the process up like what you are asking. But I think if it's truly love, then it will flow genuinely. So I'm so sorry for all of the speakers tonight. You were what do we call? You were delivering your your opinion about them. But I think that when it comes to love, when you feel love, you don't know how to say it in a word. So that's love. Actually, it's all about a feeling. You cannot transform the meaning of love into the into many theories you have. That's yeah. At least like yeah. Let's say love uh between me and my mom, or between us with our parents. It calls love as well, but we don't really make a specific translation of love about that. But that's the true feeling of love, I guess. When I mean, your parents, maybe you can say that your parents are great people, and when you can find someone, or you can find somebody that meets a requirement, maybe as your parents. So that's the reason why I always think of the girl, or maybe women, uh, if she has the feeling, or even they what do you call sifat in English, uh, the characteristic same as my mom, then I thought, okay, I guess that this person is uh, the right woman as my spouse or my future partner. So that's the, maybe maybe my question, the question, I will can simplify the question. uh, when no when okay, how can we say that she's the one, or he's the one for the girl? How can you say, let's say, who is married? Let's say Mr. Abi has married, has been married. Let's say, how can you say that she's the one? Uh, I cannot answer that because I haven't married yet. So that's maybe Mr. Abi is expert at love because uh, he knows that she's the one. That's all.
Okay. Thank you for Mr. Fredley for all of your statements. I think it's about mismatch. If we can say mismatch, if he's the one or she's the one, right? Mismatch. How we can call Indonesia ketidakcocokan?
Does it make expectation? No.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna ask again for the speaker, for the people who hasn't spoken yet. I think I'm gonna ask Roughly. Are you there, Roughly?
Hello, yeah, I'm here. Okay, I think okay, I'm just gonna straight to answer the questions. I think when it comes to how to find the one, or how to find the process of the found the love itself, I think it depends on the persons. It's subjective. I also agree on what Ms. Febri said, Mr. Febri said, because it is something subjective. It is something that cannot explain by words, but it can be somehow be interpreted, or can be described as when you can see a person that you like. It could be how this person treated something, maybe maybe an animal, maybe yourself, or maybe others, or maybe the physique for something that is much more cliche, and maybe how kind they are, and so on, and so on. Because what I studied psychology, right? So when what I studied that most people are have a tendency to look after what people have an ideal form of. So they have an idea of what kind of person they wanted to be, or wanted to be treated with. So they reflect it to the person that they meet. So yeah, I think that's the process of how you find love itself. And when it comes to process, it becomes infidelity. relationship itself. It could become in the process because when you get to know when you get to know more about them in during this time, you get to more to be exposed to the other side of them, the uglier side, the other side that you didn't expect to have, and so on. So you started to feel uneasy, or didn't like them, or so some people also didn't have the capability of having a loyalty, or just curious, or just to have a high curiosity of other people's, and so on. So it is something that just depends on the person. It is something that is subjective, but when it comes to human tendency itself, I think it's important for us to have a principle of what we want to be, or with other person, or what are we achieving, what is our goals in having a relationship. Is it just a normal happy family life, having a kid and etc., or is there any something that you will have anything? Because in nowadays relationship are really much more flexible. So sometimes you just don't want to have a kid, or etc. So yeah, it just depends on the person. That's my take on it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rafli. What a captivating explanation from you. Okay, I think I'm gonna ask again for the persons who haven't spoken yet. I'm gonna go to Mr. Nastain. Could you mind to deliver your statements? Are you there? Are you there, Mr. Nastain? Okay, seems like he is having internet connection trouble. I'm gonna go to others. Mrs. Rasiati, do you hear? Mrs. Asniati, are you there? Okay. How about Dania? Oh yeah, Dania, I saw you raise your hand before. Do you want to deliver your opinions or the answer about what? I think I'm going to conclude that what makes someone cheat or break their commitment from the questions from Mrs. Shopee before. What makes someone cheat or break their commitments?
Hello?
Yeah.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yeah. So
Okay.
could you?
So I need to answer the question from Miss Sophie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why people who loving each other in the beginning and then they are become hurting each other? From my point of view, I think, as we know, when we build a relationship, we will meet with two different persons with different characteristic, different character and principle of life, maybe. And maybe in the beginning we just love them because we seeing a good thing that they are show it up to us, and we loving them because of that. And after, by time goes on, as we know, people will show their real character, and when we realize it, we knew that we are too much different about everything. Maybe like they are start to arguing about just little things because of their different point of view, different perceptions, and they start blaming each other about everything. And then why they will start to hurting each other because of one of them maybe stubborn, and like they can't accept the new point of view, like new perception of their partner, and just misunderstanding about each other and not find the conclusions, like the solution of their relationship. Maybe that's why they start hurting each other because of it, because of that. A lot of difference of them.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. So I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a conclusion that it happens from the question from Mr. Shopee. It can be happens when incompatibility occur when both of them are having in relationship processing. Because I think we didn't know how we didn't know each other firstly
Yeah,
in
that's
more
right.
deeply until finally we have a relationship and we having spending time a lot of
Mhm.
spending together anytime anywhere, and we realize there is incompatibility between both of us, and we feels like probably guilty to and uncomfortable to having this relationship, so the infidelity can be happening.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Mm,
my point. Thank you, Mr. Isan.
thank you to Mrs. Day. So I think I'm gonna ask again since we have time. The one who spoken yet, I think I'm gonna go to Mr. Iki. Mr. Iki, are you still there? Hello, Mr. Iki.
So before
Hello.
Rasnia is raising her hand, I guess, Mr.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, pardon me. Okay, Mrs. Rasnia. So go ahead. The time is yours. Pardon.
okay, thank you for that time. I'm sorry because my connection it's not good, so I can hear full about the discussion. So I will give my question about how to get over being cheating on. So based on my opinion, I think like cheating can happen in anywhere, can happen in anytime. So to get over being cheating, just know about in your situation, just know about yourself and just know about your limitation. Because I think like if someone have in relationship or have a couple, must know about the limitation, must know about control self. uh, I think enough. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rasnia. So you answered the question from this slide, how to get over being cheated on, right? Okay. It's about limitation from you. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you too.
Okay, for the next speaker, so I'm gonna go to Mardia. Mardia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
I think I would like to explain. There are two questions here from Mrs. Sophia. Uh, his he answer he questions what makes someone cheat or break their commitments, and the second question is this slide, how to get over muting it on.
Okay. Thank you.
What question you want to answer?
I will try to answer Miss Sophie's question.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing I want to say that life is changing and love is changing. So I think love is not static. So do the people. So the people also change. So maybe in the middle of the relationship, they may find that their partner is not they may have like a I don't know like maybe like how to say they feel they're not sweet each other because they have I mean, they can't tolerate their partner anymore. I mean, I think being in a relationship, you will be open to your partner. So I think for me, being open is vulnerable. You will be you will feel vulnerable. So maybe in some time, one of the partner is not ready for like being vulnerable. So yeah, they may break up or ending the relationship. And I think that's like the question is like and then how you choose that she's or he's the one. I think you will ready to be vulnerable to your partner no matter what. So you will be open, so you will hear your partner, or you will care your partner no matter what. I mean, you want to tolerate your partner no matter what she or he is doing. I think that's it. Thank you.
You're still mute, Mr.
Oh,
Iksan.
Thank you for reminding me. Since we have time, I think I'm going to go to the next speaker who haven't spoken yet. Or is there anyone to deliver an opinion again or additional? Okay, Mr. Lauliat, the time is yours.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I wanna ask Miss Sophie. Miss Sophie, can you retell again about your question from me? Sophie, are you there?
Yes.
Can you retell to me that about your question?
Oh yeah. Maybe my question was more like what trigger the one of the person in the relationship to do the what is that inequality? If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mispronounced, what's trigger them? Yeah, and I think Miss Mardia and Miss Dania have explained that well, and thank you, Mr. Lauliat, if you want to add more.
Yeah. I got from our moderator today, Mr. Muhammad Iksan, said last time that for the beginning, the relationship has good commitment, and for the middle, they like try to hurt each other. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but the problem is, I wanna ask you, actually, the reason. I mean, like the reason why they try to hurt each other. Because as long as I um I do my relationship, my romantic relationship with my lover, I never tried to uh I never tried to hurt her, and she also never tries to hurt me. So can you tell me the exactly thing that I mean the reason why they try to hurt each other, so I can explain about this one.
So you asked me, right?
Are you asking me or the moderator?
Or Mr. Shopee?
Both of you can.
I think Mr. Moderator can answer that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really unexpected for me to answer the questions because I'm the moderator, but it's okay. Based on my experience, the reason why one of the side is can hurt somebody else because is the incompatibility, the incompatibility that happens in both of us. But the partner who do cheating is like still like didn't want to feel bad, or maybe they didn't want to judge as a bad person, but they want to have a relation to someone else. They didn't want to communicate to the partner that their incompatibility, but they are like wanna trying to find out another better one without without ask for permissions, or having communicators with me, or the one who get hurt, for example. So I think that's the reasons why the people can hurt somebody. And also the second reason, because I think they don't have hurt. I mean, like, probably they have a trauma from the previous relationship with somebody else. And then uh do you know the song of Rumah Singgah from Fabio Asar? It can be also the reason why people can hurt somebody, because they still have some traumatic from others, and but they still want to get recovered by finding another one. And when they can get better, they can leave the another one itself to back to the very first partner itself. Yeah, like what I said, firstly, it's kind of they didn't have hurt to doing the good things, and they broke the rules, and they don't even think what others people feels. Is it they feel bad, they feel desperate, or they have to go to cycle? I think they don't care about that. Also, the third based on my experience, the one who do cheating is sometimes they get manipulative, they have manipulative character and gaslighting. As far as I know, the one who have manipulative as gaslighting character, they didn't I mean, their empathy to feel bad to doing something bad uh, is is really like none of empathy they have to feel bad. uh, I have some experience that uh, um, they didn't even feel guilty at all when my lover met me at the last moment. So that's I think because of the manipulative and gaslighting persons didn't have feeling to feel guilty itself from the character. And the last one I wanna giving a reasons to, because the cheating is decision, cheating is not mistake. So it's really they choose their decision to make a cheating itself. That's for me. That's all for me. How about Mr. Sopirua? Do you want giving any additional or maybe disagree with my opinion? Time is yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Robert. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Miss Sophie, continue. Can you continue?
Yeah, I just add a little bit to save our time. I think the kind of hurting that um I don't want to talk about my relationship, but that I witnessed. Um, I think the partner is kind of scared to admit our relationship to public. Like they try to cover himself as a single guy, and that's make the girl a little bit uncomfortable because he's absolutely taken. He's in relationship, but he tried to open up the discussion and friendship as open as he want. And I think that makes the disagreement and hurt the girl's feeling. I think that's one of the example of hurting that I witnessed. How about Mr. Lawlit perspective about that?
Uh, uh, okay, thank you very much. But for the first one, I'm really sorry. I mean like this. I asked our moderator, Mr. Iksan. I asked about the reason. I think I mean like uh the factor or the thing that specifically like uh the reason why your lover heart why someone hurts his or her lover. I mean like why? I mean like the reason why someone hurt or her hurt his hurt him or her. I mean like that one. I'm sorry for you if you already explained about it all, but yeah, I will tell my thoughts. So for this case, I have been like made I have been making romantic relationship with someone, and yeah, I have made a new one because for from my ex, we are like have incompatibility, so I don't continue my relationship with her. For this point, I don't. I mean, like as long as I am in romantic relationship, I never try to hurt someone, especially for my lover. I stop my romantic relationship because of something like cheating, or you are really egoist for me, or you never try to make good communication each other. So the thing is like that one. We never try to hurt each other. So last time I asked you about the factor. I mean, like the core. Why she or her hurts his or her lover. I mean, like that one. But maybe I'm sorry, but maybe this is a little bit miscommunication, or maybe I don't ask you clearly. That's why you go with it. I mean, like I don't bother you in your explanation because yeah, I respect you. You you are you're delivering your explanations, so I just hear it. But after you're finished, I tell this one. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lovely. I think the time is almost over, but I wanna answer first. I think the short answer for you is the reason is because the egoism from one side to do that ache, the egoism so can hurt each other. Okay, selfishness, yes, sure. Well, thank you for uh helping me. Okay, I think I can go to the last slide. I think okay, it's the quote. I have a quote. um, Never beg for love. Never beg someone to love you back or be with you when you want to. Never for someone's time, commitment, affection, and attention. Never beg someone to stay with you when you need her the most. Because in the first place, if she loved you that much, she won't leave you and let go of your hand. She will never let you back for her presence and love because she will give it to you with open arms. Don't beg, it's demanding and degrading. Remember, if you have to beg, she's not worth it. No one is worth for begging for. Okay, and the last time, I think I'm gonna go to the conclusion itself. Uh, Infidelity becomes a serious thing that must be attention to in a romantic relationship. Even infidelity isn't only giving bad effect in the relationship itself, but also the mental health of individual as well. But if it's happened, we must to take care and facing the problem with patiently and focus on the solution for both partner, whether it's to get some space firstly, or we have to giving some communication on each other. And when you feel uncomfortable, we can deliver to them and find the solution itself. Okay, I think that's all from me. Uh, that's all from my presentation. I think I'm gonna give this presentation to the Mr. Angga again.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Iksan. Give applause to our moderator. That is Mr. Iksan tonight. This is very interesting. It seems that the discussion is getting deeper and deeper okay, as time goes by. The question is also getting more interested. Thank you so much, Mr. Iksan, for delivering this topic for us, even though I've never been in relationship with any women, but I can feel the seriousness of this discussion. Okay, before we end, as always, I want to give some feedback of the day. Okay, it has something to do with our English performance. Okay, I've put them on the chat box. I think they are all quite familiar to all of us as English learners. Well, first of all, it's about vocabularies, I guess. Everyone seems to say, I think, to before they express their idea, which is good, but we could also use other vocabularies to coloring our vocabularies. Beside, I think, maybe you can say, I guess, I suppose, I reckon. Aussie, Australia, for example, I always hear they say I reckon, which is also similar to I think. In my opinion, okay, you can also say that. From my point of view, in my viewpoint, okay, which is the C2 level, similar to academic one. Then the next one is about grammar. It, of course, it is a singular subject, which must be followed by has, and everyone, even though the meaning is plural, but it must be followed by has. Okay, similar like is. Then the next one is about pronunciation. Well, okay, I heard, I forgot who said this, but it must be break, not break. Okay, break, like violate. Okay, menghancurkan, like violate or break the rules, not break the rules. Okay. Okay, then we have best. Okay, it's not basset, but it's based. Okay, based. So it should be in the end. It's like stop. Oh, sorry. Kissed. Okay, kiss. For example, when you want to say saya mencium dia kemarin. So you should say I kissed her yesterday. So it must be a T. Okay, at the end of the sound, because it is preceded by S. So it's t, not set. Then we also have another vocabulary. This is quite common vocabulary that many people said earlier. Ketidakcocokan. Bahasa Inggrisnya incompatibility atau discrepancy. Discrepancy kayak perbedaan, ya. Quite similar. Well, thank you so much, everyone. I'll put them on the WhatsApp group. So before we end, as always, it's time for us to take some photos. Everyone, I want to ask you to show your handsome and beautiful face, please. Okay, Mr. Laulit, Miss Dania, everyone, please. Mr. Ku. Oh, hi, Mr. Ku. I didn't hear your perspective on this topic.
My connectivity was not stable.
Miss Sophie, Mr. Sunshine, thank you, Miss Maria, Mr. Nastain, Miss Iki, Mr. Ki. Okay, Mr. Iki, Mr. Computer. I don't know whether this is a girl or a man.
Computer is me. I using second device.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Irfan, do you want to show your face, your video? Okay, before
Sorry, Mr. I have a problem with my camera.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you for letting us know. Okay, let's take some photos. Okay, I'll count from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. Now you can have another pose. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's all. Thank you so much, everyone. Before we close our discussions, it's time for us to say our jargon. When I say, Mr. Cook, can you help us?
Yeah, sir.
When I say yesterday,
Yesterday you said tomorrow.
Yeah, yesterday you said tomorrow. Oh, when I say auto community, you should say
you answer yesterday you said tomorrow.
You said tomorrow. All right. The last I say auto community.
Yesterday you say tomorrow.
You said tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Iksan, for chairing our discussions, and everyone for coming. Bye.